Hi, we're Jonathan and Mandy, and this is our RV Tracks. In 2022, we sold it all to chase a dream of living a full and free life. We started this channel to document our travels across the country and found something out, and we love to inspire people. So whether it's taking a trip of a lifetime, or starting a new business, or just simply living a life more loved, we hope that we can bring a smile to your day and inspire you to chase your dreams, big and small.
Welcome to another episode of our RV Tracks. We are glad you are here. Today, we thought it would be prevalent to talk a little bit about the horrible truth of RV warranty work.
It takes forever.
It takes forever. So we are still in this limbo. We've been here several weeks where we do not have our RV because it is with a RV service company, and they are telling us hopefully it'll be ready in a week or so. We've ran into a few issues that we just kind of wanted to bring forefront and say, hey, if you have an RV, maybe you don't live in it full time like we do, but you're gonna have warranty stuff over time. It's RVs break, RV parts are a thing. And so we really just kind of wanted to bring some things that we have learned so far on this journey to help your life a little bit better when it comes to RVing. So the first thing...
Well, also expectations. I don't know if that's on your list or not.
No, it is.
Because we went from having a 2-week turnaround time.
Yes.
To it's been a month.
A month. Yep, absolutely. And there was even talk of getting the RV, transporting back to where we have our annual site, going back once they had the parts in, a lot of shuffling. And if we'd have needed to, we could have done that. Fortunately, we had arrangements that prevented that from being a requirement for us. So, yeah. We're just going to have a conversation around this. So first of all is, yes, it does take forever. When you're talking about warranty work, it's not always as simple as just taking it and having them put on a part. There's an review process, an approval process. But I really just want to let you know where we are with our RV, because by us in our journey, we hope to teach you guys, is we are almost to a 1-year mark for our RV. And our manufacturer gives us 1 year. And they even call it a loose screws warranty. So even if there's a loose screw within 1 year, they will fix it, replace it, whatever they've got to do. And so as me and Mandy was out west, we were originally going to come back later this year. Started looking at warranty and different things and said, we really need to get back in time to...
Well, honestly... No, we were like, we're ready to get back early. And then once we got back, then we were like, oh, it's a good thing we actually did come back early, because we technically were not supposed to be back until the week of Thanksgiving. Right,
which our 1 year warranty
would have been
over. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a really good thing that we wanted to come back early anyways. Because
right. And so as we looked into this, and we were like, okay, let's get back, let's get our warranty done. We called the RV company several months in advance and scheduled. And so that's one thing I'd throw is make sure you schedule in advance in accordance to your trips coming up. So if you have fall trips, you want to be there in September and not October, because they likely won't have it back, right? So these are things that you need to think ahead on. So we scheduled our trip. Dropped it off. One thing I told them I wanted them to do was a full inspection. They inspected our power, they inspected our plumbing, they inspected our roof, they inspected all sorts of things. They even found something as simple as like a USB port that wasn't providing the right voltage, which, again, covered under warranty. So what do we know? We know it takes forever. You want to schedule in advance. And then I want to talk about the expectation that you will need parts on your RV. It is a rolling house. If you're in it any amount of time, you're going to have to replace things. So don't.
Do you want to explain the things that we ran into that needed to be repaired or
Yes, that's what I'm about
fixed?
to get into.
Okay.
That's this next section here. And it's really talking, I want to talk about, like, when I went into it, there was the pressure that we wanted to get an RV that wouldn't break. And that's unrealistic. I don't care what manufacturer you go with. You can go to different premium levels of additions that come onto RVs, but really having the mindset going in that I need a schedule maintenance on my RV because stuff's going to break. Things like the hot water heater needs servicing, different things. So for us, just to be in kind of transparent. See, that's why you're on this. You help me. You complete me. To be transparent, when we were in Montana, we were like the farthest we were going to be from home. And all of a sudden, I had a jack on the front of one of the lift jacks on the front of my RV quit working. Freaked us out because we were so far out from anything we knew, anywhere we knew. Fortunately, I was able to get a ratchet and break it loose. It had literally seized up top, and then we started getting an error every time we tried to set somewhere. It made everything just that much more stressful. Fortunately, we had the tools on hand to keep the trip going and not have to go find a service department right then and there.
Yeah, because we thought we were.
And we definitely thought we were. And so replacing that is a big thing. It's covered under warranty, so they're replacing the jack. We had an awning where they cut the rope too short up against the RV. So the awning is flapping on one corner. And again, that's covered under warranty, so that's getting replaced. They even found stuff. RVs have drawers that magnetize so that they don't open going down the road. But one of ours came without the magnet. We didn't realize it till later. They're replacing that, right? So they're adding that magnet. They're replacing some RV ports. Fortunately, we didn't have anything major. And the jack sort of is major, but our camper really did a good job. We're proud of our camper.
Yeah,
that it really held up in that travel.
I figured we would be like rolling back into town with cabinets hanging off and everything broken. But
we won't disclose what brand, but we actually talked to a fellow RV owner on our trip out west, and they were having major problems. Yeah. They were saying that every time they stopped, a new screw had fell out, their drawers had collapsed in. It was a nightmare.
You didn't say the brand. You're not going to say the brand.
We're not going to say the brand.
No, but it was it was one that we did like really get interested in, and we went and looked at it, and then we were like, no. Yes. Like we could just tell once we walked in that the quality was not there.
The look was there.
Yeah, the look of it was beautiful, but the quality was just not there. Yeah. And so we were like, after talking to that guy, we were like, whoa, we dodged a bullet by
And if you're curious, if you're on the market for an RV and really want to know, you can DM us on the side. We'll let you know. But we're not trying to like throw it out there because we only have our point of view. Other people may have a different. So
and every RV is different.
Every RV is different. Yes. At different manufacturers. And so, getting into that, parts are going to need replaced. You want to be on a schedule, and you want to really embrace warranty.
Yeah.
Even though it takes longer. And why? Well,
because there's some things that, you could have fixed. Right. If we're being honest. Like, you could have gotten in there and done.
In future episodes, I want to talk more about really training yourself on working on your own RV because, the industry hit a spike after 2020. People bought campers like crazy, and the service departments really can't keep up with that influx over the years. They've gotten better, but with that said, you've really got to be able to fix a lot of stuff yourself. But in this case, we didn't want to pay for that stuff out of pocket, even though I probably could have replaced all of it.
Yeah.
But why when the manufacturer's right there to replace all this stuff? And so, we adjusted our trip. We fortunately made arrangements for where we would stay, and some people do Airbnbs, so everyone's got that thing. That's a full-timer thing. But what we're really trying to stick to here is just like, I don't care if it's your, vacation getaway weekend warrior mobile, right? You really want to make sure you take care of that maintenance because there's nothing worse than hitting an RV trip and something not working on your RV.
Yeah.
That could have been avoided. Mm-hmm. And so you really want to get there. And so, allowing, and that's another thing when you're on the market, and we'll get that in a second, check out what your manufacturer's warranty is. They were very upfront. Our salesman was very good about letting us know up front, hey, this camper, this manufacturer, this is what they offer for warranty. Oh, okay. And that's actually a good segue. I made notes right before this, and Mandy doesn't know what they are. I only know what they are. And so we're just flying by the cuff here. So, yeah, tips for buying an RV. So there's two things that I really wanted to bring out. And one, we were told this or read this somewhere. We did not actually do it, but we highly recommend it. When you are on the market for a new RV, hire an inspector to go take a look at your rig that you're wanting to buy and let them actually do an inspection. It might cost you a little bit up front. Maybe you have to pay a certain amount of money for their time to do that, but it can save you a lot of money and frustration down the road.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of the things, maybe the jack failed during the trip, so maybe they wouldn't have caught that. But some of the voltage stuff with USBs, maybe even some of the, things that were cut wrong on it, they could have found certain things had they done a full inspection. And two, it just lets you know that your rig is safe before you go out.
Yeah, that you're driving off with a good thing and not a lemon.
That's right. Yeah, because you hear so many horror stories, and a lot of people are intimidated to buy an RV for that purpose. They don't understand the whole rig, so therefore, because salesmen can be good people, and we were fortunate where I felt like we had a good salesman that fed us a lot of information, but at the same time, like, they're trying to make a living, and they're gonna sell and move units, and if you're not up front, with something like, hey, I have an inspector that I want to hire to review this, your salesperson should be on board with that. They should be on board with scheduling that and or letting you schedule that and having that. You have to be serious about the RV. You don't say, okay, I'm going to get that one inspected. Like the one, but we highly recommend hiring an inspector, letting them come in. They can find potential issues and things. The second thing is, like I said earlier, is check your manufacturer warranty on what they provide before you buy. And that really goes into expectations. Like, you don't want to come back to your parts service and say, hey, this is broken. They're like, well, that's not covered under warranty. You didn't know it. Like, again, ours, like we said, ours a Keystone. It did come with a 1 year loose screws warranty. Anything bumper to bumper is covered in 1 year. And then we have a 3 year structural warranty. And, that really ties into the actual unit. But we also did we paid a little extra and had them do a full review of the unit where they did test all of that. That wasn't standard. That's not a standard warranty thing. But for us, it was important because had we not had them do that full inspection, and they inspected the roof, they inspected all of our electrical circuits, all of our fuses, all of our drawers, anything. They even found a loose cable on the slide. I forgot to mention that too. That could provide us, that could cause issues down the road. Yeah. Because our slide wasn't quite sitting properly in our unit. So yeah, like that was the couple of things. It's RV warranty work is one of the horror stories you hear about RVing, and especially if you're in like our situation where you're full-time RVing, planning around that is very stressful. Yeah. But it's worth it. Let that manufacturer really take the brunt of those repairs if it's things that they miss going forward or a structural failure of an item. Yeah. You have anything you want to add to that?
The dog just distracted me.
The dog.
He just hit
Cosmo's
the table.
a part of our show today. He's like distracting down there, knocking the table.
Yeah, wanting to play with a toy.
Yep. The next thing I wanted to throw out there as well is we had a part. We won't get into all the details here, but we had a part that can't be put on. It's warranty covered, but couldn't get put on with our current service provider when it comes to our service department. And so we worked with the manufacturer, Keystone, and they're actually going to help us in sending a mobile unit.
Right.
And so that really brings to the highlight of, hey, if you have a rig that's sitting at an annual site or sitting somewhere, don't forget about those mobile opportunities to where you don't have to hook up to that RV and pull it to a certain place.
And it might cost, like the service fee for them to come out, but you have to weigh that cost of, okay, well, how much is it going to be if I have to pull my RV to the place? And sometimes it's worth it to just have them come out and do it there.
For sure. And we have a lot of trips in South Carolina where we're constantly down there with RV, but the sales company that we bought our camper from is in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so for us, it's way cheaper to get that mobile rig out there.
Yeah.
So that's another option I just wanted to throw out there. It's something I didn't really think about a lot until I just ran across this problem. And so this is a big thing about this channel is we want to not only share in our adventures and like, hey, look what we saw and share it, but we also want to provide helpful information on some of these things that are sometimes less talked about and more of complained about. But like we want to provide a solution to that to say, hey, this is how we worked around it. And
we're really lucky and blessed that we were able to come stay with my parents. And it kind of worked out that we came back from this really long trip and doing the coming back home and seeing everybody and catching up with people, and then also having our rig worked on. Like, it just kind of worked out, the timing.
Yeah, absolutely. Because we were initially looking into, okay, do we want to rent a place for a certain amount of time? And we could have done those things. It did fall where we were coming back on a west trip and wanted to sort of see different ones. So it's been good. And you know, that's more to the full-timers that may be listening is, you know, when you're planning those things, it can be stressful trying to figure out where and when you have to be. You know, we talk a lot about being fluid and really being adaptable. And in the RV full-time lifestyle, you can't get sad or frustrated when things don't go your way. You really have to just say, okay, let's just keep rolling with the punches.
Yeah.
And, you know, for us, we were only planning here to be a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. It's been a couple weeks longer than we wanted past that. But, yeah, so it's, you know, it's all part of that RV journey and lifestyle.
And at least we have the peace of mind now when we get back.
Yes.
Like, okay, it took a little bit longer than what we were expecting, but at least everything's on the up and up. We know everything's good. So we have that peace of mind going forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, letting the manufacturer take care of those things, it helped us on the bank side of things. We didn't have to pay for those parts. You know, we have that peace of mind going into next camping season. So we're excited to share a few things with you guys about community and the different RV lifestyles in the next coming months. And then once we hit into next year's travels, we go in with that peace of mind knowing, hey, a lot of those things are fixed and we're good to go.
Yeah.
And you can't procrastinate in the RV world. But I am like a huge procrastinator in a lot of things. And so it's been good for me just to get out of that procrastination mindset and attack things and stay ahead of them and schedule them. So I think that's going to be it today for today's episode. And we thank you guys again so much for watching. Check out our website if you've not been there. We're trying to do some updates. We have some fun things coming. Also, subscribe to our email list. Email list is something that we've created, didn't do a lot with over this travel season, but we have big plans coming up for it. Yep. So be sure to get subscribed there, keep up to date. We're going to start sending emails here soon. And have a great week. We'll keep you guys updated. Hopefully the next time we